What's up, everybody? It's Candy Girl with my 2 cents, and today I'm going to do my first installation of dating in 2017. This was by a popular demand from some of my friends on Facebook. Thank you so much for your suggestion. Let's get right on into it. I'm going to talk about something that I'm currently going through right now. I was dating someone for a couple of months. I thought that things were going very well. My feelings were getting deeper. His feelings were clearly getting deeper. But in the end, we both decided to part ways very amicably. We just had different expectations for what a committed relationship looks like. And for me, I could not compromise certain very core values in a relationship. That being said, how am I dealing with the breakup? How am I really moving forward with my life in a productive way? And the first thing that I am most definitely doing is I'm going through it, y'all, not around it. I give you a challenge. Think about anything right now. Anything. But just do not think about a polka dot banana. What's the first thing that came into your mind? A polka dot banana. Because telling yourself not to think about something makes you think about it even more. So the same thing would apply in this situation. Don't try to avoid thinking about the person. Go ahead and do it, because it's doing you a disservice to try to pressure yourself to do something that's going to come naturally anyway. Go ahead, work through it until you get tired of it. Okay? And while you're thinking about this and while you're working through the pain, these are the things that you can do. Number one, write down the pros and the cons of being with that person. Usually what you'll find is that when your gut instinct tells you that something's not right and you need to just flee instead of fighting it, usually the cons are outweighing the pros. And even if you have a huge list of pros, is it really about that person, or is it about the void that you're trying to fill? Think about that. The next thing that you should do is to list your strengths. And I know that this might be hard for some people, but list 20 things that the world is a better place because of you. You can start with the mental and the spiritual, or you can start with the physical. Whatever comes to your mind, just list 20 of them. And you will realize that there are so many qualities about yourself that lend well to a healthy, thriving, and fulfilling relationship. And if someone is not able to appreciate those things about you, then it would be best for you to find someone who can appreciate those things, because all it's going to do is suck each of those things out of you until you are dry. And you don't want to do that. So list your strengths and realize when you look over those strengths, that person is a fool for taking those things for granted or not seeing them. And there's somebody else out there who will appreciate it. Okay? Next, I want you to do the opposite of what you're feeling. Okay, so I know that kind of contradicts the first thing that I was saying as far as like going through it, not around it. However, there comes a point where you do have to start to move on. So once you start, working through those emotions and crying it out and journaling and writing your strengths and the pros and the cons, now it's time to really start the healing through some real therapy of doing the opposite. So if you feel like crying, put on a comedy. I love Kevin Hart. I love Cedric the Entertainer, Steve Harvey, Ricky Smiley. I'll just go and YouTube or Netflix some of their performances and just sit there and just laugh. Okay? And if that laughter only lasts for 60 to 90 minutes and then I'm back to crying, that's 60 or 90 minutes that I wasn't in total despair, and I'm winning because of that. And so I would highly suggest that you do the same thing. If you're feeling lazy and tired and you just don't want to move, get up and take a walk. Or do a 15-minute yoga video. There's tons of them on YouTube that are free. Now, after all of that is said, you want to start to give back and to help somebody else. And the reason why this is such a powerful thing to do is that it not only helps somebody else along their way when they're going through things, but it also gives yourself a greater sense of self-worth, that you do mean something to somebody, that you do help bring joy and fulfillment and blessings into someone else's life. And so no matter what that person told you or how they made you feel, you are important. You are a vital part of this universe. Also, what that helps you realize is there are people out in this world that are dealing with some serious, real issues. And here you are in a funk over a dude or female. And it kind of helps put you back into this realistic frame of mind that everything is everything. You know what I'm saying? A guy is just a guy. A girl is just a girl. A job is just a job. You know what I'm saying? A car is just a car. A house is just a house. These things come and go. And you got to really start to hone in on what's really important and realizing that these things do not make your life what it truly is, which is happy and fulfilling and worth living. Okay? Now, the last part that I would recommend and something that I'm personally doing is to work on yourself. And whether that be that you take up another hobby that you've always wanted to do, if you wanted to learn how to play the guitar, go to a pawn shop, buy a cheap acoustic guitar and go on YouTube and look for some videos and start learning how to play the guitar. At that moment, there is nothing else that you could possibly think about except for getting these notes right and getting the rhythm right. Take up a new hobby. If you always wanted to start a new business, start sitting down and writing out that business plan. Make a vision board. Envision your life. Start writing out some quotes that you can hang around your house that will help uplift you in the times that you're feeling really down and out about your situation. It's time for you to realign your energy at this point and to start using your energy to more productive things that will actually give you a return, whether it be momentarily or in the long term. So you all, those are my things that I would highly recommend that you all do and that I am currently doing to get over a bad breakup. Number one, go through it, not around it. List the pros and the cons of that relationship. List all of your strengths and realize that you're a valuable person that is worthy of love and someone is out there looking for exactly that. Go out there and volunteer and be a meaningful contribution to your society and realize that your worth is far more than you have ever been able to tap into before that date. Also, do the opposite of whatever you're feeling. And lastly, work on you. Until next time, you all, love and blessings.